We got brand new Horizon Forbidden West gameplay showcasing conversations between NPCs that have seen a big improvement over Zero Dawn thanks to natural movement, better facial expressions and lip sync. It's really a huge step up. We got brand new focus features in action, the workbench where we can upgrade gear and weapons, but the most exciting new info from the full IGN video is totally the brand new arena. It should be accessible relatively early on in a big Tenacht style area where we have to fight a mix of machines under a certain time limit to then earn medals that should give us some of the best equipment in the game. So kind of similar to the hunting grounds from Zero Dawn, only now instead of having to use certain elements for example, or just one particular way to take out machines, the arena seems to give you a challenge and then you can figure out the best way to handle it. And best of all, IGN also confirms that you can compete with friends in an online leaderboard to see who has the best arena times. This is really something we fantasized about for the original, when people would send me their fast kills versus a Thunderjaw for example. 11 seconds, pretty impressive. But now in the sequel we have dedicated challenges we can try and perfect and test our builds on. I really can't wait to try this. And maybe you already saw it in the footage, Aloy was using some brand new weapons including the Bolt Blaster, which seems to be a sort of shotgun, and we see that it has multiple fire stances, with Aloy currently using the Spread Blast. Yes, plasma is a new element, and right here it's used to blast the acid canister on the chest of the Slitherfang, covering the machine in its own venom. This new acid elemental type has the same icon as the corruption elemental type in Zero Dawn, and it seems to have some similar effects as well, because here Aloy destroys an acid component on this Claw Strider type machine, after which the machine seems to go rogue and attack the other Claw Strider in the arena. And IGN also notes that the acid we see the machine release will deal damage over time to enemies nearby. Going back to the weapon wheel, I think we see a hunter bow on top here. This will be a war bow with both acid and freeze. On the bottom we find the javelin thrower, the new weapon we also saw Aloy use in the summer gameplay, and we now actually learned that this is an early game reward from one of the side missions you can pick up in Chainscrape. We should look for Della and Boomer. I don't think we have footage of them yet, but this is a great example of side missions giving way more meaningful rewards this time around. And can we take a moment to appreciate the first settlement, because it's a huge step up. There are way more things going on, people on the streets all doing their own thing. We already saw the big Karja outpost and some of the Tenacht settlements in the Tribes trailer, so I can only imagine what those will be like. And next to side missions, IGN also notes that there are way more activities in Chainscrape. There will be multiple melee fight pits throughout the world. There are vista points in which Aloy must line up a vision on her focus with a location in the world, a more complex take on the Zero Dawn's vantage points it seems, and also salvage contracts, which tasks Aloy with hunting down specific machine parts in a longer quest for an incredible outfit. Yes please, I know what I'll be doing, and while they did note that you can't just mainline the game, just like Zero Dawn, I think it will be super hard to not get distracted. And there's way more new gameplay to go over. Of course, if you like the video so far, then leaving a like on it would really be awesome. Subscribe for everything Horizon Forbidden West if you haven't already, and you can still participate in my giveaway for the digital deluxe edition of the game via the link in the pinned comment. And another weapon we have to collect again is the Tripcaster, which we actually see in Osram hand to Aloy, so maybe that's another side quest reward, or maybe from the main story. We know that this time you just put it down instantly instead of having to shoot it twice. And we see the fire in the weapon wheel here, and also the blast wire I think, but with a different icon compared to the first game. Brand new is the Iron Eater Shredder Gauntlet that Aloy decides to use. It has acid ammo, but we go for the piercing shredders with damage and tear. And when you use this, Aloy will throw a boomerang disc, that's what I like to call it, that stays on the enemy for a short time and then it returns, giving you the ammo back as well. So it seems like you can use this very often without having to craft new ammunition. And speaking of crafting, we can upgrade our items at a workbench, which we should encounter in Chainscrape already. And IGN now also confirms, and this is really nice, that next to the workbenches we can access a storage stash that prevents Aloy from having to carry too much on her own. From the start menu of the workbench, we can immediately choose the items we want to craft or upgrade, although I think the trap, potion and pouch upgrades can once again also be done on the fly. We see that there's an armor upgrade available, and well, surprise, it's for the Shield Weaver, which is now called the Nora Anointed Armor. And the description mentions something we already speculated on in previous videos. It lost its power source and now it's modified to augment ranged combat. So this is really the armor we start the game with. I would not be surprised if we learn how it breaks in maybe the tutorial of the game. But yeah, the theory that it turns into the Shield Wing is likely not going to be the case, because while we do get the Shield Wing pretty early on, by that point the Shield Weaver already stopped working. Although I totally have hope that we can return it to its former glory, maybe near the end of the game. Right now we can upgrade it by using the familiar metal shards, which still seem to be the only currency in the game, and also a sturdy hard plate. Doing so will increase resistance for multiple elements, unlock upgrades for skills, and also unlock new weave slots. And for weapons we got the Frost Sling, where we increase the freezing effects, and also unlock a new mod slot with the first upgrade, while the second upgrade increases the effectiveness even further. While upgrading the Hunter Bow we likely start the game with, we actually unlock a brand new ammo type, Acid, which should come in handy early on. And we also see Purge Water as a brand new element in the resistance menu, which could be what we saw Aloy use in the summer gameplay to kind of slow down the Tremor Tusk. Although your theories are of course more than welcome in the comments down below. We have no look at the skill menu yet, but IGN did confirm that concentration, so slowing down time while aiming, is something we have to unlock again. We see Aloy use it here with new Tear Blast arrows that seem to have a way bigger impact this time. And there's also the ability to shoot arrows in a larger arc so they rain from above onto foes, which really reminds me of the Rain of Destruction from Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So it seems like we're getting a little more magical abilities this time around as well. The Focus also got an upgrade. With R3 you send out this pulse to reveal all the climbable surfaces, and it should be way more than what we saw in the first game. And this in combination with the brand new Poolcaster and the Shield Wing should really make for some fun exploration. Although we saw Aloy use these tools during combat a lot as well. But we also see new uses for the Focus when scanning machines, like the brand new Burrower. We see that the machine immediately gets added to the machine catalog if you scan it, and also how we cycle through different parts with the D-pad and can even tag them individually, and also learn if they can be removed or if they are destroyed when you kill the machine. So you should totally blast them off first. Really handy. IGN also mentions a performance frame rate mode, so likely with 60 FPS, and a resolution mode on the PS5 version of the game, and how the haptic feedback and the adaptive triggers from the DualSense felt great, especially when machines were around, whether in depicting the trampling running off a charger or in the screams of a scrapper. I found DualSense integration to effectively further immerse me without ever distracting me. Good to note is that all the new gameplay you saw in this video and all the new info from IGN is just from an early part of the game. It seems like Farrell, his beard, is also from the start, looking at brand new screenshots they released. And that makes sense because the game takes place 6 months after the original, but it does remove the theory of maybe having a time jump in the Forbidden West story. Also, the machine that Aaron is fighting with, likely during his introduction cutscene in the sequel, seems to be brand new, or like an upgraded scrapper that looks way more deadly, while regular scrappers are also still in the Forbidden West. And this also seems to be the first time we meet Regala, so while they are totally showing a lot of things this close to release, it all seems to be from the first hours of the game, and I really can't wait. If you just want to look at the brand new gameplay without hearing me talk, totally check the link in the pinned comment for just that, or you can also check out my story trailer breakdown by clicking on the screen. Just subscribe for everything Horizon if you haven't already. A like on the video would really help me out, and I will speak to you soon. Goodbye.